Hey guys, welcome to Agency 101 Clients. This is Cotton Grammar, and we're going to be going over the most important thing. We went over the exact blueprint of how to get everything up and going, from business cards to phone numbers to websites to the discovery form. Now, the time comes when we really need to get the rubber to the road, and that is, how do I get clients? And guys, the answer is everywhere you go. Now, one of the more popular ways that I have shown people to get clients is I'll go up here and show you. If you haven't been to and watched SEO splitting, which is a formula that I've came up with, it's pretty powerful about how to go out and get clients, please go through and watch this in your OMG members area. Very important that you understand this concept, and everything will start to come clear. So after you watch this video, go back and watch this. It'll make a lot of sense to you. So guys, always be looking for clients wherever you go. You go to the grocery store, you go to church, you go out shopping, anywhere you go. I picked up a $4,000 a month client by just going to Best Buy. You know, I spot people with expensive cars, and normally expensive cars are people that only work for themselves. They're not working for anyone else, because let's face it, if you can afford to drive a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, or any of these other supercars, generally you are working for yourself. And these are great people to open up a conversation with. And I've kind of went over this in future videos before, so always be looking for SEO deals wherever you go. If you don't, you're cheating yourself. I'm consistently, and if you've been around me very much, I've spent a lot of time with Mike. I've spent a lot of time with other OMGers. I'm consistently looking for the next deal. You really have to have that sort of mentality if you want to hit it big in SEO and make $50,000 a month, $100,000 a month, $25,000 a month. You always need to be looking wherever you go. But that's not what we're going to talk about here. We're going to talk about the very, very, very basic. We're not going to talk about the advanced of anything of client consulting. We're going to talk about Client Consulting 101 for Agency 101. And what this brings us to is, what do I do when I have a client that's interested? I get this question a lot, and it's pretty simple. Guys, no matter what you do, and I don't care, this is a very, very, very important rule. And no matter what happens is, if you talk to them live, if you talk to them on the phone, if you're cold calling, you need to do this very important rule if anyone is interested. Don't talk SEO. Don't over talk yourself. Don't data dump. Don't prove to them that you know SEO. Don't do anything. There's only one thing you need to do. And what is that? That is always route them to the discovery form. And that is right here. Guys, it is a rule of my business that no matter what, you must fill out the discovery form. I do not give out prices. I do not give out anything. I do not tell you how long it's going to take. I don't give minimum prices. I don't do anything. I work much like a physician. In other words, you come into the doctor's office and he needs to do an analysis and do tests to find out if there is anything that they can even prescribe or even do for you. So that's how I want you to approach this. So I'm going to give you a couple examples. You're in the grocery store. You run into your friend Jimmy, and he owns a brand new business, and you tell him exactly what you've been doing over the last 2 years. And he goes, wow, I've been looking for someone to rank things on Google. What do? I route him to my discovery form. That's it. I don't sell them on prices. I don't sell them on how I can rank. I don't do anything. I route him to this discovery form, and I want him to read this. Guys, if you haven't had an opportunity to read this, and if you haven't done this, then I think you need to. You need to go back, and you need to go web discovery form, the hows and the whys. Watch this. It is vitally important that you understand the philosophies of why the discovery form is so powerful. So after this video, go back and watch all of this, and this is going to make more sense. So we're going to route them back through to the discovery form. And what this does is, even if you're cold calling, when you're cold calling, the customer is under the assumption that they have the power of choice. They have the power to say no to you or yes to you. When you tell them to go to the discovery form and fill that out to get the adequate information, what this does is put the power back into your hands, because here's what it says. We love to help everyone that has requested our expertise, as the word is out after we have assisted hundreds of businesses achieve high levels of success. We select clients we work with very carefully and have a reasonable set of criteria that needs to be met in order for us to proceed. We only work with a limited number of clients given the time to ensure maximum attention to detail to your company's ultimate success. The only clients that we're going to work for, we can't work with any of these. Get rich quick, adult themed material startups. Guys, you can put whatever you want in here. And I want to work with someone that's with a good reputation that goes through there. So when they do that, they need to know that I could turn them down. So they're applying to do business with me. Guys, I need you to get in the mindset right now that you're the number one attorney, that you are a top director in Hollywood. You're the number one brain surgeon. You're the number one, optometrist. You're the number one engineer. Not everyone has access to you. Everyone has to apply to work for you. Your time is limited, and you just don't work with everybody. Now, I don't care how badly that you want the number one heart surgeon in the country to do brain surgery on you. He's probably going to tell you no. He's busy. He's already making quite a bit of money, and he just doesn't need the headaches. And that's exactly how I want you to present yourself as the expert in your field. And I want you to act like that you're the person that's running a $1 million agency. If you can't pull this off, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. So in other words, when you're talking to someone, I want you to talk as little SEO as possible. And I'm going to give you a scenario. Let's say that someone filled out the contact form, which is very different than the discovery page. The contact form that I have right here just gives the name, address, and a message that's sent directly to me. So what happens is this. I call them back and I just say, hey, like Jimmy, this is Cotton from CottonGrammar.com. How you doing today? Oh, I'm doing great. Hey, listen, I just got your message that you wanted me to contact you. So I thought I'd call to say hello and to, get some more information about what you thought search engine optimization could do for your company. At that point, shut up and listen. He's going to tell you whatever he's going to say. And this is exactly how you're going to respond no matter what he says. You know what, Jimmy? That sounds fantastic. We work much like a physician in that we need to get as much information as we can to know exactly what we can do for you, if anything at all. So if you could do me a favor and go back to my website, you'll see at the very top right of the page, there'll be a discovery page, or right across from the video, there'll be a discovery form. If you could go there and take a few minutes to fill that out, that'll give me all the necessary information that I'm going to need to get a free video analysis out to you in the next 48 to 72 business hours. So as soon as you complete that, and as soon as I get it, it notifies me immediately. I can get to work on that immediately. There's no charge for that. Kind of tells us what we can do for you, if anything at all. How does that sound? Well, that sounds great. Great. So if you'll just fill it out, we'll get that out to you in the next 48 to 72 hours and look forward to hearing from you then. Great. Bye. Guys, don't oversell yourself. Do not talk price. Do not talk length of time. Do not talk anything. You've already got them interested. Get them to fill out the form. Once they filled it out, now they're in your web. Now you can get them and they're inside your velvet ropes, which is what I talk about. You want to get them inside of the velvet ropes. I want you to imagine a theme park at Disney, a movie theater, a premiere. You want to guide them along. Once they fill out this discovery form, they are in your path. So, what happens if they don't fill out the discovery form? If they refuse to? Guys, it depends on how well you know them. You might want to give them a call and say, hey, we talked the other day. I didn't know if you forgot, but I never got the discovery form. If you want to do that, you can. I don't have time to do that because I have so many people that I talk to. But guys, if they won't fill out the discovery form, they're not a good client for you. I want you to talk about the direction that they're not going to be able to handle. If they can't fill out the discovery form, what is going to make them quickly give you their WordPress admin access, server access, all this other stuff? It's not going to happen. So if they're interested, they're going to happily fill it out. Remember, you presented yourself as an expert. If someone comes in and wants heart surgery to the top heart surgeon, they're definitely going to fill out the paperwork at the doctor's office. Just imagine when you walk into the doctor's office and you're a brand new patient, what do you have to do? You have to fill out paperwork. It's what any professional agency does. Any professional that's great at his field has to do. He requires information so he can serve you better. They don't blindly give out information and start spouting off about how great they are. And the doctor never proves himself. Have you ever heard of a doctor sit there and go, well, I've been to this medical school and this medical school and this is why I'm going to give you this prescription and this? No, he doesn't. That's exactly how I want you to present yourself. So if they don't fill out the discovery form, they're not a client. I wouldn't chase them, which goes to the next thing. Guys, never get attached to a sale. Guys, you have no idea what's going on the back end. Could be that they realize they don't have any money. Could be that their business partner said, we don't want to do that, but they wanted to. Guys, it could be they had a death in the family. There's a number of different things that could go on, and it might not have anything to do with you. It's just they weren't ready to move on at this time. Or maybe another SEO company gave them a better presentation. They had a better ranking. They made better sense than you. Either way, guys, it doesn't make any sense worrying about what happened to the sale. Simply move on. The amount of time that you're going to expend worrying about why you didn't get it versus the time that you could spend going out and getting more sales and new sales is going to be more beneficial to you. So never get attached to a sale. And secondly, guys, if they do fill out the discovery form, now we have all the information we need to do a complete analysis. And guys, I would encourage you to get very savvy with doing video analysis. Sending a free video analysis after someone's filled out a discovery form is a wonderful and the only way that I've ever known to close a high amount of my deals. So guys, what I want you to take away from this is, please remember the number one rule. No matter where you're at, what you do, never talk price until after you've completed this analysis. Never. And so guys, you need to create what I call is a tripwire. I want you to think about this. Someone calls you up. You answer the phone. Yeah, I'm interested in your SEO services. I'm going to have the exact same conversation with them. Here's exactly how it's going to go. Oh, thank you for calling. Give me a little bit more background about how you think search engine optimization would work for you and your company. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. The next thing I'm going to say is, what we would like to do is get a free video analysis to you. We work much like a physician does. We need to get the required information from you so we can get the analysis out to you. And it takes about 72 to 48 business hours, and we'll get it out to you. And if you have any questions at that point, we'll go over it. Normally people say, fine. They'll fill it out. If they don't worry about it. No matter what, you meet them live, you route them back to your website to fill out the discovery form. You cold call them, you route them back to the discovery form. I just want to make this very clear. No matter what you do, you route them back to the discovery form and you get the required information that you need to complete your analysis to them to even decide whether you can work with them at all. Remember, here's where you're going to get the information. Do they have enough money to do it? What's their advertising budget? Have they ever worked with another SEO before? What's their greatest fear? All of these things you're going to get, and they're going to fill it out, and you're going to have that information. That's going to help you close the deal. So guys, remember, there are a lot of different ways to go out and get clients. That's not what this video is about. It's to help those new people that are just starting an agency, and they want to know, hey, what's next, man? I just ran into my next door neighbor and they want this, but now what do I do? So guys, this is exactly what you do. This is why the discovery form is so powerful. Once again, if you're watching this video, you have access to this right here. You need to go through and watch the discovery form 1, 2, 3, and 4, which Mike filmed live in Tampa. And you also want to go through and you want to watch SEO splitting, and which is right here. So you want to go and watch this right here and why it is so important and how you can go out and get deals also. And this will help you greatly. So hopefully this kind of gives you a better idea of what you need to do in the beginning stages of handling your first few clients and getting the right information that you need. We'll be covering more topics and more videos in the series Agency 101. Look forward to seeing you soon. Hey guys, this is Cotton Grammar. Welcome to Agency 101. I've been getting a lot of people ask questions. How do I get started with my own SEO agency? And that's what we're going to cover. And whether you're just starting out in OMG or not, or whether you've had your own SEO company for a while, I think you're going to be able to take away a few different unique ideas, maybe learn a couple things that you can implement into your current agency right now. But if not, if you're brand new, this can be a checklist of things that you need to do to get started with your own SEO agency. Hopefully, it takes all the guessing work out of it. And how I've been able to build a $330,000 a month, one-man gang style SEO agency. So let's get started in. Guys, the first thing is picking a company name and choosing a website. And it's always very important. And what we want to ask next is, do we want to do a branded or an exact match domain for the website? Obviously, we want our website to kind of match. So let's do some research. Let's go to Chicago SEO and let's find out what everyone's doing there. And as we can see, I hold the #1 position. I'm branded. Oceans 19 is branded. Now we have a partial match domain. We see Chicago highlighted with SEO there. So there's a partial match at 3. Then we see straight north, branded, 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 branded. And then we see here another partial match, Chicago SEO. So it looks like that there's a lot of branding going on. And we can go into other places also and just do St. Louis SEO and just check there very quickly. As we can see, I've got 2 branded sites, 1 and 2. But look at number 3, exact match domain, St. Louis SEO. Branded, and then we go branded, 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 branded. But, guys, right now, I want to let you know that exact match domains are moving a whole lot easier than branded are. And Google just knows what they are. It's in the site name, it's in the title, but they're a little easier to, over optimize with. So be careful with that. But one of the most famous sites that has an exact match domain is obviously NashvilleSEO.org, Greg and Mike's site. So with that, guys, you really can't go wrong in which way you do. I know that from talking to Greg and from my experience in testing, we're finding out right now that the exact match domains are moving things a little easier. So let me show you how I would do that if I wanted to go out and look for something. And generally, you can either go to GoDaddy or Namecheap, whichever you feel comfortable with. And you know what? Let's just choose Austin SEO because South by Southwest is going on right now. That's kind of why it's on my mind. So we would choose Austin SEO and see what they've got. And they really don't have a lot right here. This could be all right. Austin SEO Web, AustinSEOWeb.net, and they kind of give you suggestions. Guys, I wouldn't go with these weird .solutions marketing training. Ask yourself this question. Have you ever seen one ranking in the top 10? I haven't yet. And when I do, then I'll know it's safe to use them or not, but I haven't. So let me look for something different and just go Austin SEO Expert. Let me hit a search and see what I can find. And wow, we got a premium one up here. We obviously just starting out. And guys, this site just isn't worth $2,500. I don't care what it is, just not worth it. But here's something just as good. It has an S on the end. Austin SEO Experts. So that could be something that we could use. So what we would do is just purchase this. And what I want to do is I want to find out how many things I can brand around it. And a great company that I use to check for branding is Noam. So I would put the website address in here and just check it and see what's available. And we can see that I can go out with Foursquare, it's too long, Delicious is too long, and Twitter, it's too long. But we can see here that I can brand it on all of these. In other words, what do I mean branded? I could go by, LinkedIn.com/Austin SEO Experts and Tumblr the same way. So we can check on over 500 more social websites. So I can check on blogging, I can check on bookmarking, I can check on business. And we can go through here and see that I've got a lot of things I can brand my website around. So it's looking good. Now, guys, if you want to, it's a little expensive. You can go in and you can have them build these yourself, $700. Or, 349, they're going to do 150 of them. It's all good, but they're going to build them around your site. They're pretty good with that. But, another thing that I want to do is I want to check and see what this looks like also And right now, if I do Austin SEO experts, I can look and, an OMG is up at the top, but it's all good. So, but I don't see any exact match. Yeah, we do. There's Austin SEO Consultants is up there. And so the good news is it looks like it could be wide open for us. So we'll just do that. And that's something that we could do. Another thing that we could do is just come up with an unusual company name, something that's crazy. You know what? Let me just do something like Red Rain SEO. Maybe it's there, maybe it's not. I have no idea. It just popped in my head. Red Rain SEO is there. And let's see if we could go ahead and brand this. First thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to look and see what's under Red Rain SEO. If we did a search for it. And there's a freelancer right here, Red Rain, the Canadian expert. So we can just do here, let's just separate them and see what we got. Red Rain SEO. See if there's anything branded there. We really got nothing. So pretty much if we come in here and do it, we're going to be able to take this and just load it up with all of our social profiles. Now we also want to do this, as I showed you before. We want to see what we can brand. We want to check it out here. Guys, this is wide open. Look at this. Everything is available to be branded. Everything. So let's go ahead and check some more. Look at this. We can go check here. Business, community. I've got these running right now. As you can see, everything is available. Everything's available. Everything is wide open. I can go out and brand myself right now. Red Rain SEO everywhere. So it's good stuff. Health, check it here. Information, available everywhere, obviously. And then when we come down here, we can obviously see that when we went back, we could see how many other people have taken the site. We can look right here. Available, the .com's available, the net's available, the org's available, everything's available. So by randomly just selecting something, guys, this is a pretty cool thing you could do here. Red Rain SEO. I've just came up with it. If you want to use it, please let me know that I helped inspired you get there. But that's how I would go about, and this is the exact process that I use to go out and check to see what's available. I want to make sure I can brand it, that I can create all of these social profiles for it. In other words, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, so in other words, I can do a twitter.com/RedRainSEO. That's what I want. A flickr.com/RedRainSEO. That's what I want to do. So it's important that I can brand it, or at least it's important to me. So we'll move along. And that just kind of cleared up branded or exact match domain, how to go out and find them, how to go out and do it, how to go out and check for branding, how to go out and make sure that everything looks good before you do it. Next thing you're going to want to do, guys, you're going to want to make it look like a multi-million-dollar SEO agency website. And so what that means is, guys, is you can model your website directly off of mine. I spent 2.5 months developing this website to make it look fantastic, to make sure that everything was worded correctly, to make sure that it was exactly the way that I wanted it. I tested it out in different areas for conversion and everything. This seemed to work the best. So that's what you want to model after. If you're in Director's Cut or if you are in Project Breakthrough, you get the free Director's Cut theme that Mike Hayden created, directly inspired off of cottongrammar.com. So that's something that you can use. The next thing that's very important is, guys, is a company logo. And you could say, well, wow, what, seriously? Absolutely. I'm going to explain to you why. This logo up here and this logo right here sets the site off. So the easiest way to do that, guys, don't overthink this. You can go to Fiverr. You can find someone that will do logos for you. They'll generally keep going until they come up. You can give them some general ideas. I've never used Fiverr before, but I know that a lot of people do for logos. And I'm giving you very inexpensive options because I know you're just starting out. You just bought into OMG and you're wanting ideas. And that's what I'm trying to provide for you. By all means, if you're trying to build a multi-million-dollar company and money's no object, there's more expensive places that you could go to get some pretty kick-ass logos. I'm trying to give you cheap options. I've used Odesk before. It's going to cost you about $40 or $50 for a logo, but you know what? You're going to get a better quality person doing the logo, and they're going to keep doing it until you're satisfied. They're going to give you about 6 or 7 different samples, and they'll keep going until you're happy. You just got to let them know exactly what you want. So if you're doing something like red rain SEO, it's pretty easy. You know, it's going to be red. It's going to be around rain. It could be like a teardrop or something, or raindrop, and you know they're going to try to put, you know, red rain SEO inside the teardrop. Who knows? But what I'm saying is these are options right here. Another option that you can do is, guys, is I've used this site before, which is RF. It's 123 RF, which is 123 royalty free. And you can just search for logos. So when you come up here, you just simply type in logos. And for about $10, you know, you can get one of these EPSs and load them up. And, you know, you have things like this, logos right here that you could do. These are some pretty cool logos, and they're going to give you different ideas around here. Like these are pretty cool. You know, they give you a lot of different ideas. So, you know, obviously if it was red rain SEO, let's just say that we were looking for red rain SEO. What would we find that would match this? You know, this might do it. I mean, we could even type in red logo and just go. And it's going to show us different stuff that like we can immediately do and just go from here. I kind of like this one here. You know, something like this, could just go ahead and just get this, or even this is pretty cool. You know, just type in red rain SEO and back of it, you got yourself a logo. What I'm saying is, guys, don't overthink things too much. It's better to get these things done and to correct them later when you get more experience, more time, and more money. You're going to feel a whole lot better by just getting these things done. Just giving you some inexpensive ideas to get your logo created and to get it up on your website. So back to where we were at, the next thing that we're going to want to do is, guys, on your website, we always want to use a discovery form. Very important. As you can see, I have it listed twice. I have it listed right here, and I have it listed here. I use something called, and we'll go back to the slides right here, which is Wufoo. I've used Wufoo before, and I've used Gravity Forms right now to create your discovery form. I'm going to show you how both of them look. Now, when we go to NashvilleSEO.org, Mike still uses that, and as we see here, discovery form, we're going to go there. Here's what Wufoo Forms kind of looks like. And you can see right here, it's just an open, transparent thing. It's check boxes. Do that. It'll automatically text message you. Wufoo is right here. I believe it's about $14.95 a month to subscribe to it. I think you can get it for free. Maybe you get so many per month. I'm not sure. Just kind of dig into it a little bit. Then with WordPress, the one I'm using right now is Gravity Forms. And if we go back to my discovery form, pay attention to it very closely. Guys, you're not going to upset me if you go ahead and you fill out a sample discovery form just to get the feel of what it feels like and what a customer feels like. Just put in here test or OMG test or just something like that, so I know just to overlook it and not pay any attention to it. The reason that I like Wufoo so much is it keeps them on the site longer. It's 3 clicks on the site. So in other words, they're going to fill their name, address out. They're going to fill out the next page and the next page. So it creates extra clicks on the site, and it's going to keep my bounce rate low. So what I'm like saying is, guys, is any way that you feel comfortable with, do it. I just feel that once they fill out the first page and they're on the second, they're already committed. They're going to go ahead and keep going. They could look at this, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. You know, with Mike's discovery form, to go, that's too long. I'm not going to do it. So when they look at this, they go, oh, name, email, phone. Okay. They hit next, and before they know it, they're already committed. So that's why I like it. And we're going to go through in future videos why this discovery form and why the discovery application or the discovery page, however you want to call it, is so powerful and is going to be the pillar of all of your SEO agency. We'll go over that in future videos. So next we're going to go through, you want a local or an 800 number. And guys, once again, I'm giving you suggestions on what you can do. There are other options for this. Some of them that I use, that's what I'm talking about. You can use Callfire. Very inexpensive. They have call tracking, just different things that you can use. It's very, very, very easy to set up. I've also have several numbers with Fly Number. I believe it's something like $2.95 a month and like 4 cents a minute if they call or something like that. very inexpensive. You only get paid if people call in and use it. So it's a low overhead, but you can get a local number with fly number in literally about 10 minutes. You can be up and going. So it's something you really don't have to think about. Now for 800 numbers, I do have an 800 number with 800.com. Very easy. They've been very reliable, very, very, very good. And right now, I've just set up with another SEO agency that I just acquired. I'm learning and going through RingCentral. I do know that my partners that I work with very closely at Youth Noise, Ronell and AJ, they use RingCentral and they kind of turned me onto this. It's very inexpensive. It's $24.99 a month, but you get call recording of every incoming phone call. You have a whisper feature. So in other words, when your phone rings, it'll let you know incoming phone call from, and then you can hit a keypad to accept the phone call or not. So you know when it's a business phone call coming in versus you being caught blindly and answering your phone. So you can separate your phone calls that way. A lot of great resources. You can also make it look like you're with $1 million SEO agency. In other words, you can have a full automated answering system. Welcome to cottongrammar.com. If you know your party's extension, please press it now. Press 1 for sales, 2 for web design, 3 for billing. You can do all of that sort of setup with this. It gives you a full range of functions that you can use. A little bit pricier, small learning curve, but you can be up and going in about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and you're pretty much done. You don't have to worry about it. So very inexpensive way to get set up with either your local number or your 800 number, whichever you feel comfortable with. Right now, I'm pretty much exclusively using an 800 number across the board on my website, just because I just don't want to mess with all these other numbers and creating all these other numbers for all these other different cities. So different reasons for different people, whatever suits you, I would go ahead and use it. Next is business cards. Yeah, guys, listen, the number one thing that we want to do is generate business. And who doesn't have a business card? So what I'm going to show you is a very easy way to get business cards. And one company that I really love that just creates quality stuff is Moo. And right now, if you search Moo 50 free business cards, you're able to get 50 free business cards right now. And they're high quality cards. Moo's such a great company. You're going to see if you ever deal with them, you'll probably never go with anyone else with like cards again. And once you get your free 50 cards and you kind of get a feel for what you like or how the logo looks on it, you can upload the logo on there any way you want to do it or just custom build it. Moo is fantastic. They have different things. They have mini cards here. You can do the smaller cards, cut out cards like this where they cut the card in 4s. Very unique stuff from them. Even sort of rounded cards, anything that you want. They're a little bit more expensive. I think we're looking at $100 for a few hundred cards, but man, it's just worth it. So they got Lux style business cards. They can do flyers for you if you're looking at stuff, but these cards are nice. These are the cards that I use right here. The Lux business cards, they're a little thicker. As you can see, they've got the trim on there, and they even have videos. They're about 3 times thicker than regular business cards. As you can see, you can look at the piles, but guys, just search around. I'm just giving you ideas right now of what you can do for your business cards. Now, I've shown you how to go out and make your logos so you can have it for your website and for your business cards. I've showed you how to get the phone numbers so you can actually have on your business card as well and on your website. And I've shown you how to do kind of like the grunt work to get the agency up and going, to make sure that you have everything that you need. And guys, that pretty much covers about everything in the introductory video of Agency 101. We're going to be going over a lot of different things in the future videos of this series that's going to be very beneficial to you when you're just getting started with your SEO agency. So I look forward to seeing you in future videos. Thanks.